Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Every now and then we see levels of moral grandstanding, virtue signaling, patting themselves on the back, looking for brownie points on social media. We see levels of it so astronomical that they can only be reached by, well, let's go with SpaceX, because why not? Elon Musk, baby boy. It's so ridiculous that no matter what happens, no matter how fantastic a piece of entertainment is that comes out, somebody's got to run their mouth and just try to tear it down a notch because, I don't know, is it jealousy? Is it envy? Anything like that? I mean, we see it on both sides of the ideological spectrum, whether it's political, religious, or, just whatever viewpoint you have. It happens. It's almost like it's human nature. And, well, the latest entry of this is coming from good old PC Gamer, talking about Oblivion Remastered and the soundtrack, the phenomenal soundtrack, I might add, and the starting opening screen. But hey, good old Wes Fenlon coming over here from PC Gamer by choosing not to replace the Oblivion Remastered soundtrack. Bethesda made the allegations against composer Jeremy Soule everyone else's problem. What? I've got some news for you, Wes. A vast majority of people, well, don't know what the hell you're talking about. So let's get a little refresher course over here, because I had to look it up because I had no idea. I know you can't see most of that. A little bit's cropped off, but hey, we're going to work with it. Why not? Let's see. Oh, going up there. Sexual misconduct allegations back in August of 2019. Accused of misconduct. Accused, right? Accused of misconduct, harassment, and numerous other things. Very, very major accusations around the time of the Me Too movement that, well, go look that up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion on that. But they were accusations and allegations never charged with a crime. Let's go ahead and get that into view. Never charged with a crime. Seems kind of serious when you accuse someone of doing something and then never charged with a crime. But my only reason, I'm not trying to sit there and say one way or another what happened, what didn't happen. But what I am saying is that the days of allegations ruining someone's life, ruining someone's career, well, they need to be dead and gone and done with. The idea that simply accusing someone, what would happen, Wes Fenlon, if someone made some allegations against you that were, well, unprovable, but they came from a reliable source that just had an opinion on you? I mean, who knows? I'm not saying here or there what these women said or what their reputation was or what they were trying to do, but I am saying that they were allegations. I'm saying allegations a lot. I like the word allegations. Making them everyone else's problem. Well, the only problem somebody seems to have is you, because this is the only information I found out about it as of late. Oblivion's soundtrack is a core part of its identity, but is tainted by association. You want to start talking about being tainted by association, guilt by association? So, any movie with Harvey Weinstein's involvement or Kevin Spacey's involvement, you're never going to be involved in, never going to watch, never going to find entertaining, right? Stick to your principles, but we know you don't have any, Wes. It's PC Gamer. It's been at least 15 years since I last touched Oblivion. Is that an innuendo? What are you trying to say something? But a few seconds of the triumphant theme, Reign of the Septums. People pay attention to the names of stuff. I discovered today that talking about TV shows and music and movies and whatnot, not movies, but TV shows and soundtracks, people knowing the names of the soundtrack, names of the songs, in a movie, in a TV show, or naming the episodes of Star Trek. And all I can think of is I would be hard-pressed to remember a single name from The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine or Babylon 5 or any of the shows that I absolutely loved growing up, watched multiple times. The best I can do is the one about Farpoint, and I can't even remember the name of that episode. So everyone out there, if you can remember these names, you have a much better memory than me. Back to the article. Brings me back. Reign of the Septums brings me right back to the menu screen I saw so many times on my Xbox 360. The gentler, almost aching Harvest Dawn conjures a quieter moments I spent wandering around the Imperial City, picking locks and pockets. Those are good memories, and we could have stopped there. We could have stopped there, fantastically talking about the game, a beloved game, fond memories for probably a couple of generations of gamers. But no, we just can't. We just can't help ourselves, because today I have a different association with the music. The 2019 allegations of that word and sexual misconduct against composer Jeremy Soule, because, yeah, we're going to ruin someone's life over allegations. I don't think we should be doing that anymore, people. Innocent until proven guilty, unless, of course, you have an agenda to push because, well, whatever. Who wrote the music for Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim? So we're just going to rewrite the whole thing. What if there's something about the writer of the game or some of the members of the studio that were accused of doing naughty, nasty things? Nothing ever proven, of course. Nothing went to court. No charges were pressed or anything like that. We're going to remake the whole game. Pull anyone and everyone out of it, any and all association. I know some of the bigger studios just love to do that. Changing the name of an NPC, changing the name of, an achievement in a game, simply because someone had their feelings hurt, even though it's funny. Gonna just turn everything on its head for accusations, for allegations, but whatever. Before Bethesda announced Oblivion Remastered, there was a speculation over whether the developer would remix or even fully replace Soule's music. Really? Where? I didn't see it. Where was I? I lost where I was. Okay, replace Soule's music as a result of the allegations. And again, with the allegations, Soule denied the allegations. Yeah. In the years since, he's almost completely vanished from the internet, probably due to the torches and pitchforks that people like you went after him with. So, can you really blame him? In the years since, scrubbing official sites and social media profiles, and he seemingly hasn't composed a new soundtrack since 2019, probably because the allegations destroyed his life, and he couldn't get work because of articles like this. People like you, who don't understand what the term innocent until proven guilty actually mean. Even before 2019, composer Enon Zur had taken the reins of the primary composer of Bethesda's RPG works, blah, 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 blah. So we're not going to talk about, Oblivion wouldn't be the game we remember without Soule's music. Okay, well then what's the problem? Separate the art from the artist. I mean, hell, Disney fans are able to do that with Mark Hamill and Luke Skywalker, at least for the most part, considering how much he runs his mouth. Whether you agree with it or not, there are fans on both sides of the political spectrum when it comes to Star Wars. And, well, Mark Hamill has a particular opinion on one side of that political spectrum. But people are still able to separate the art from the artist. If you were not able to do that, and if you found out all the vile, putrid, nasty things that those in Hollywood have said and done, well, then you probably wouldn't be able to enjoy any little bit of entertainment. Sorry, I will still watch The Cosby Show, regardless. Okay? Entertainment is still entertainment. These are actors, bought and paid for, make-believe people, much like the composer. He did a job and he moved on with his life. And we're going to destroy someone's life over allegations. Is there anything remotely interesting in this article? For me, at least, Oblivion Remastered is yet another entry in a list of oh, God, that fucking word. One moment. I'm gonna vomit. Problematic art I once loved. Ammo for the eternal quote. Separate the art. Hey, I just said that. Separate the art from the artist. Debate alongside the likes of Neil Gaiman. Oh, so are you going to go after Neil Gaiman as well? Are you going to destroy his life based on the allegations, the accusations against him? Is debate even the right word? Sure. I think cop-out might be more appropriate. Oh, pat yourself on the back. You've done a wonderful job with this article. As I get older and experienced disappointment after disappointment with the actors and writers and filmmakers and musicians I once admired, continuing to engage with their creations feels more transparently a question of, quote, do I enjoy this thing enough to ignore my moral view of the world for it? No one's asking you to ignore your moral view of the world. They're asking you to, well, nobody's asking you to do that. But the idea, I saw the next line. Boy, oh boy. So we're going to get rid of our fond little memories because the individual responsible for creating the product that has absolutely nothing to do with our lives, with the goings on and everyday activities in the real world, because they have a different opinion, but because they have what you might call a unsavory opinion, we're just going to get rid of all those things. And so I understand some people do not have the ability to separate art from artists, but maybe this era of social media, this era of instant gratification, of instant news, is actually detrimental because we know entirely too much about the authors, the writers, the actors that are part of the franchises we love. And of course, judging by the enduring popularity of Harry Potter, the answer for many, many people is yes, depressingly often, because it's to, wait, what? Do I enjoy the thing enough to ignore my moral view? No. Saying yes because someone enjoys a piece of fantasy, a piece of fiction, and calling that depressing, unfortunately, that's a you problem, not anyone else problem. Let's keep on with this article and see what other monumental ideas it has to say. Of course, the question is rarely about just one person when it comes to games and movies. Hundreds of people put their love and sweat into them. So you want to condemn the entire thing because of one person and screw all the rest of the people that were involved in it, right? Do their contributions make it okay to enjoy them? Well, yes. Everything makes it okay to enjoy whatever piece of media you want to. Or do they just make it easier to convince ourselves we're making a smaller moral compromise? Goodness gracious me. Moral grandstanding, pretentious, narcissistic bullshit coming from this article. I don't know if I can enjoy Oblivion music anymore because of the accusations against Jeremy Soule. Making a moral stand because of the actions, the ideas, and the opinions of someone involved in the creation. Like I said earlier, if you're going to make that distinction, if you're going to stand on that hill and die on it, then you're not going to be able to enjoy much of anything because you might be surprised at how many twats there are in the entertainment industry. I think it's almost a prerequisite to be a twat because you have an attitude. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that. I've generally never really cared about the opinions of those that create my entertainment. I only care about the end product and whether it's entertaining. The process is the process. It's always been like that for me, I guess. But I'm sure others have their own opinions. What do you think of, what's your opinion of this lovely little article and my nonsensical ramblings and tangents? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Can you separate the art from the artist? If you are a Star Wars fan, are you still able to enjoy the original trilogy despite, well, Mark Hamill being Mark Hamill on social media? Are you able to separate those things? Answer that question in the comment section. And hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.